Hi, my name is Emily, and I absolutely do not want to make a vlog on the top 3 things to do in La Fortuna because... Just kidding, it's because there's way too much beauty to see, so it's really hard to make only 3 recommendations, but for the sake of this video, I'll try.
Is it poisonous?
Yes. La Fortuna is a popular jungle paradise nestled in the heart of Costa Rica, right next to Arenal volcano. If you just want to listen to my top 3 recommendations, I'll list the timestamp below, but if you want to stick around for the whole journey, I'll show you what it felt like to be a backpacker in this magical region. Good morning! It's about 8 a.m. from the Garden Hostel. My friend Alicia and I are going to be making the trip from San Jose to La Fortuna today. I met Alicia at a spiritual retreat last week, and we decided to keep traveling together after the retreat ended. That's kind of how things go as a backpacker. Some people stay and some people go, but you certainly make some friendships that will last a lifetime.
What a morning! Whoa!
Alicia, I love you. So much love. There are several ways to get from San Jose to La Fortuna. San Jose has the biggest airport in the country, so there's both shuttle buses and public transportation to La Fortuna. As you leave the city and go up through the mountains, the landscape changes to this beautiful cloud forest with fog that just weaves in and out on the road wherever you go. And then you get to La Fortuna and the volcano is literally right there. A volcano, guys! A volcano. Hi YouTube! I am now in La Fortuna. I arrived yesterday with my friend Alicia. This is the Selina Hostel in La Fortuna. It's a pretty popular place to stay. We've just been chilling in La Fortuna ever since, having conversations with people from the hostel here. Just relaxing. Dreaming of Costa Rica is something I've wanted for a long time, so it feels a little bit surreal to be here now and be living the experience that I once only dreamed of. Selinas are a mix between hostels and co-working spaces for travelers and digital nomads. They have traditional hostel-style dorms, private rooms, a cafe, a yoga shala, and lots of like-minded people that you can meet while traveling. Oh, there's one open. Wow. This is so cute. I'm not staying in one of these houses. I'm staying in the room up there for the price. Only $15 US a night. It was definitely worth it. Selinas are an awesome choice to stay if you want a place that's reputable and has a lot of amenities, especially things like tours, co-working spaces, and shuttles you can book right through the hostel. But it is usually a little more expensive comparatively than other local accommodation, and since it's a hostel chain, you might not get the most local experience. The one thing I will say about a Selina, as well as any other accommodation you're booking, just because the hostel is safe for a solo female traveler, it doesn't always mean that the neighborhood or the streets surrounding the hostel is safe. So wherever you're staying, make sure to consult with a local about the safest way to get home at night and what areas you can explore. This girl from the hostel convinced me to try salsa! I'm so excited. Good morning from La Fortuna. I slept so well. The dorms were surprisingly quiet. My friend Alicia and I signed up for a tour today, so we're gonna go see some waterfalls, a volcano, and a hot spring. A lot of people said there's so much wildlife they see on this tour, so let's see what today holds. One of the most popular things to do in La Fortuna is visit the Fortuna waterfall. You've got to hike in to get there, but the hike was totally worth it. It wasn't too difficult, and the surrounding jungle literally felt like you were in Avatar. The waterfall itself is 70 meters tall, and you can actually swim in the water at the bottom. It was one of the coolest, most refreshing swims I've ever had in my life. The one thing was there was a decent amount of tourists because it is so popular, so it might be better to go earlier in the morning or during the week. Paradise! Paradiso! We've left the waterfall and now we're going to Volcano Arenal. It'll be quite the experience. Visiting Arenal volcano is one of the things I was looking forward to the most. The hike is about 3 miles or 5 kilometers in through the jungle. I was actually so impressed with our guide and his knowledge, and Alicia, Melody, and I booked it up to the front so we could learn as much as we could throughout the day. He was able to find so much wildlife that we would have just walked past otherwise, using apps, smell, his sight, and I was just so captivated by how much there is to learn about the world around us. What's it called? Merlin.
Merlin.
Merlin. So he was calling the birds.
It's free. In my opinion, really, really good. Not too close. Fertile, like a rattlesnake without a rattle.
Is it poisonous?
Of course.
Yes.
Like a rattlesnake.
He pretended to eat the poisonous berries.
Everything is poison. Arenal is a little bit dangerous when it's active in a few days or months after the big explosion. You get close, you can be a victim. In 1968, 90 guys died. Volcano was like this. Fortuna east part, the little town, the west part, and the volcano have exploded and all the material goes to the west part. Sorry for this town. Fortuna, before 1968, was Burio. The name was Burio. A few months later, okay, people say, oh, we're lucky, no devastation this way. We are fortunate Fortuna. Okay, and that's why they changed the name.
Even though the clouds didn't clear, once we arrived at the base, it was one of the most beautiful and ethereal experiences I had ever had. And it was moments like this one that reminded me why I wanted to be a backpacker in the first place. To experience the world and all of its wonders, especially when it's different from my home. I was a little disappointed we couldn't go up to the top, but that's just volcano Arenal. It emits a lot of gas, so it's actually dangerous to hike up to the top.
All of this black rock here and all around the surrounding area came from the volcano when it erupted in 1968. So this is actually magma. I think that's Lake Arenal over there, is it?
That's Arenal Lake.
We asked our guides yesterday and they said 46% of the electricity comes from that lake, which is pretty freaking cool.
Yeah.
Oh, did it bug go in your mouth?
Yeah! Oh no! Again!
After the volcano, some of our new friends went to the local hot springs. Because of all the volcanic activity, some of the rivers in the area are naturally warm and highly therapeutic. This one was free to get into because it was literally just a river, and I'll add the pin into the description box.
You look beautiful, wow.
It's inspiring me so much. I'm like, I can totally be an influencer. I have all these videos, but I don't have time to edit them. But have you seen that trend of like how much I make as a content influencer? January, $0. February, $0. Yeah. Negative 2,000. Costa Rica. I want to join her.
I'm in a chair by the pool. When you travel, you experience a lot all at once, and I wanted to document this process, and I wanted to check in with you. One of the best things about traveling if you're solo is the ability to meet other solo females who are also traveling. I just finished having breakfast with my new friend from San Francisco. I used to think it would be really scary to travel alone, but even though I'm going alone, I'm not actually alone because I'm meeting people constantly. It puts you in this mindset where you're open to your surroundings more than you would have been back at home. Since you're alone, you kind of have to talk to people so you can make new friends and allies along the way. Okay, someone just started blasting music. Living in a hostel can be kind of hectic sometimes. It's really not perfect.
I had to take it slow because I had several weeks of pretty intense plans after this. But honestly, some of my favorite backpacking days are just like this. A couple of new friends you never would have met otherwise. Experiencing simple aspects of life in a culture that's very different than your own.
So nice. Teach me how to pick a mango.
Look at it.
You look at the mango.
And if it looks good, you say, this is the one I want.
Do you think I'm a pro by just hitting it?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, actually, this one sounds better. You hit it, and then if you hear, like, I don't know how to describe it, it almost sounds like
a thunk.
Kind of means it's ready.
Then this is the one, yeah?
I don't even know. I feel like I'm making shit up now.
It tastes like a watermelon.
I'm trying to get content for a YouTube channel. Emily, video, you're still not seeing your face. Turn it off.